Austin, my wife was telling me the other day, she's like, did you know Stanley's did $750 million of
Saw that on LinkedIn this week. I was like, oh my gosh.
So in a drinkware market or drink accessory market where there's always, it was the Swell, and now I've got this Ovala thing, and, I've got the ice shaker, right? Like, how do you all try to stay relevant knowing that Stanley's there and Yeti's here and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, we have to come out with more innovative products or have a brand that people want to support regardless if it's a similar product type. And so that's why we'll be investing a lot more this year into building the brand equity. And we had some really cool Q4 brand plays recently that gave us a boost. We won a MrBeast Shopify contest, and we got in a YouTube video of his, and that just crossed 150 million views this week. And so when you think about, like, our Shark Tank episode probably had 5 to 7 million live viewers. And if you add up all the PR and stuff, maybe 20 million people saw the Shark Tank episode, and 150 million people saw the MrBeast video, with Kanga Coolers having a 90-second ad in the middle of it in the last 4 weeks. So that was the single most reach we've ever had as a brand.
And did you see a direct association to sales? Like, can you see it? Like, MrBeast dropped this day, our sales went up,
or just clicks from YouTube.
Yeah, or like clicks. Like, yeah. What did that look like?
We thought we were going to see the immediate jump, but it was more of a 20-ish. We're still getting to the nitty gritty with it, but we were comfortable saying about a 20% increase above what we were already doing. And we have to attribute it to that MrBeast video, because there was nothing else exciting happening in that time. Yes, our ads were more effective. We have higher quality ads this year than we had last Q4. And we had some TikToks going viral, but we're pretty confident that it gave about that boost over the course of late November until Christmas. So 3 or 4 week period. And just the PR wave that rode with that. I mean, Forbes was writing articles. We had 2 news crews show up to our warehouse to film. We had so many Clemson email lists picking it up. And so I think we're still all digesting what happened from that moment. I mean, the warehouse could feel it. The warehouse was busy.
Okay, Austin, I don't know if you're the marketing genius, or if you're friends with the marketing genius, or you've hired a marketing genius. Your Instagram, and I think you're the genius, because I know you run a personal travel Instagram too, maybe with someone, right?
Yeah, with my wife. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe she's the genius. But you have 100,000 followers on Instagram. Your marketing is awesome. You're doing things like this MrBeast drop. Who's the brainchild behind all of this? Can you walk us through that?
I'm definitely not the genius. I think that we have just a combination of unbelievably talented young people that we've brought into our ecosystem. And, I think one of the coolest things that we've done is promote within. And so we have 2 full-time guys who started as brand ambassadors that found out about us from a TikTok 3 years ago. We have interns that are getting promoted to full-time. We have temporary warehouse workers that are now head of operations. It's been a crazy journey of promoting within. But the strategy has just remained the same. And I think we're consuming content from other people that we look up to. And I'd say Chubby Shorts is a good example of it, and what their model is, and how they were the approachable clothing brand in a very crowded shorts and pants space. We want to be that approachable, fun, friendly, cooler brand in a crowded, hardcore, intense, big, bulky, cooler industry. And so our strategy from content is volume, make tweaks, and keep posting volume. And so I think that's why we found this growth pattern is, for the last year.
What do you mean by volume?
I don't know that we've missed a day on TikTok where we haven't posted at least 3, but we target 4 videos every single day on TikTok. We take our best 1 or 2 from TikTok. We rip it down. We repurpose it for Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels. And if it's under 60 seconds, it can go up on YouTube Shorts. And then we take the most appropriate ones, which not all of them are LinkedIn appropriate, but if there is one that has some sort of a business aspect to it, we'll put it on LinkedIn too. Because we have a breakfast beers component and things that we do that aren't necessarily a good voice for LinkedIn. But we have a Facebook VIP group, and we just try to be as many places as possible. And so that's.
And are you doing that all in house, or do you have an agency helping you?
No, it's completely in house. I mean, about a year and a half ago is when we hired the full-time content creator. We've had social media interns and social media kind of full-time managers in the past, but when we really hired the guy to manage the entire process, we call him like the quarterback of the social media department. And he has support from all of us because a lot of us like to be those fun personalities getting involved in the content. And so if he needs to pull us for a 2-hour filming block and we go out to Quick Trip in Walmart and some familiar places, Publix, we're not really fussing. We're just like, let's go film. Like, we understand the value.
And that, like, that's to sell direct. That's not really to sell B2B that much, right? Like, it's mostly direct D2C.
It's just the brand awareness in general, because we have had a lot of retailers who have said, I saw your guys' TikTok. I saw you guys that reel on Instagram. And so I'm interested now. I want to be a customer, or my son sent me this and whatnot. One really cool stat that we had is about a year and a half ago, we had a video go viral on TikTok, and it wasn't even crazy viral. Like, it was 1.5 million views. We've had videos get 20 million views, but this specific one was storytelling, talking about the class project that we started at that we put in $833. It brought more revenue and traffic to our website than the night that our Shark Tank episode aired. And so we call that Spike Day, and we've tried to replicate it. We haven't exactly replicated that specific moment. But when I tell people that, I think they understand the power of social media and that they should probably put a little bit more focus and emphasis in it, and storytelling specifically.